Welcome to a very special review for AEW Full Gear 2020. This is going to be a simuldub, I guess you can say. It's going to appear both on World of Geekdom the night of AEW Full Gear 2020. We're going to review the show, recap it, talk about it, but it will also be on the KLB iTunes/podcast feed because I am joined by Brandon Draven here. We're basically the Al. We're the Al Snow and Unabomb of podcast, bro. And today's been a very interesting day in the world. But what we're gonna do, folks, is this is gonna be a review of AEW Full Gear, myself and Draven. And if you are not a listener of the KLB, if you're watching this on the YouTube feed, in the description, I'm going to leave a link to the KLB feed on iTunes. Subscribe to it, Apple Podcast. That's our wrestling podcast. And we have over almost 200 episodes. Well, actually, over 200 episodes because this episode right here is going to be a bonus episode after episode 199. So,
we also have non-canon episodes.
Starring Denny Louis.
Well, many people. Actually, there's more than one. I think I did a few by myself. But anyways, they're non-canon.
Right, they're not. Yeah, they're the apocryphal books of the KLB, bro. They're Shadows of the Empire of the KLB, bro. Dark Empire or whatever. No, but what I wanted to say was, there'll be a link down below, and if you're listening to this on the KLB iTunes feed, this is like a bonus show. So this is not episode 200. It's basically episode 199.5, bro. How about that?
Yeah, it's like Rogue One, bro. Rogue One is episode 3.5.
So this is a prequel to episode 200 of the KLB, A New Hope?
Oh, with Vampiro headlining the Hall of Fame, I don't know if it's going to be A New Hope or not.
No, it's not, bro.
After the documentary, I think... you know what? There is A New Hope. After the documentary that I saw, that I will put over more in future episodes, I don't think about that one. Definitely there is A New Hope because that was a very beautiful documentary. Brought a crocodile tear to my glass eye.
Very good, bro. So, AEW Full Gear, bro. What'd you think about the show? I liked this pay-per-view a lot. In fact, I liked all the matches except for one.
I really enjoyed it, bro. I mean, I think the lineup called for like a classic show. I don't think we got that. But we got a very, very, very fun show.
The only match that sucked is the one with that disgusting freak of nature, Hikaru Shida, bro. I mean, never mind. Go ahead.
The Hickory Chicken, bro, as I call her. So yeah, no, definitely that match it fell apart bad at the end, but we'll get to it. I don't know. I just one of the things that became clear to me, and I goes, I know it sounds cliche. I'm being a dead horse, whatever you want to call it. But you could see the difference between them and the WWE from a promo stand, from a promo point of view.
Very different.
I saw the
flowers on the wall. They don't bother me.
That would never come out in a WWE pay-per-view, by the way, because it just
from our favorite movie.
That's just wacky shit.
Captain Kangaroo. That's the perfect pop.
With the big that's the big Italian guy, bro, doing the bass of the song.
Right. Captain Kangaroo.
They're always gonna underestimate you, Butch. They're always gonna underestimate you.
Motherfucker.
And he's got the 2 sodas and the 2 fucking hamburgers.
Yeah, I thought they were like donuts, or whatever.
I think they're donuts, because it's early morning.
That's right, bro. Yeah. So, first of all, the first thing that popped me, bro, is that Don Callis is on this show, bro.
The Jackal, bro.
The Jackal. The Cyrus the Virus.
Unfortunately, he didn't descend from the heavens like he did in that one episode of Raw, bro.
No, he did. With the podium. The one that Bad News Barrett stole, bro, except it was backwards. Vince Russo. So, he got brought out, and they gave Impact a shout-out, bro. I thought they were rivals.
Well, it's interesting because they're also working with William Corgan's territory too, bro.
The
they're
NWA,
working with,
bro.
NWA. You know what? They had a little momentum before COVID hit, brother, with that old studio, brother, with that old 1986
right.
studio.
With Jim Cornette saying that he ran away faster than an Ethiopian with a bucket of fried chicken on his back.
That's right. Bro.
That got him fired. Even though Dave Lagana pre-taped that months earlier and could have edited it out.
And even though Courtney said it wasn't a racist joke.
Yeah, right. Remember, this is the man who makes fun of AEW every week, but with a straight face calls Batista the guardian of the gates of hell, bro. So, all right.
But
Anyways,
no, yeah. They're working with NWA because the women opened the show. They jerked the curtain, so to speak, and then they're also working with Impact. So I'm thinking that they're just trying to establish working relationships with everyone, and we might see a new era of wrestling where they're not really independents. They're actual companies that are running a full schedule, but they're just kind of they're second, third, fourth, and fifth place, bro. So they're just probably gonna just work together for now.
you might as well, bro. Maybe eventually we'll get that New Japan deal there.
And what's interesting about all this is that the Impact also works with WWE a lot because they've done every time there's a special on.
Yeah, they've given them footage.
Right, it's just Impact's there, and
Bret Hart calls the guy the world's most dangerous man. ABC television
in 2020, bro, he calls the world's most dangerous man
the Rock
with the perma smirk.
Yes, indeed. All right, so we're gonna open the show here with Adam Hangman Page against Kenny Omega, the finals of the tournament.
What about Serena Deebs versus Allison Kay, bro?
I didn't see the entire match, but I was cooking during this time, so I didn't see the whole thing.
What were you cooking?
Eggs. Why is that funny?
That's a very simplistic dish, bro.
Yeah.
Do you spruce them up a little bit? You put a little salsa in it, a little, cheese.
Ketchup.
What do you
cheese.
do with it?
I did put cheese in it and ketchup. Yes. Yes, I do.
There's different ways to make eggs.
Eggs, yes, bro. Nah, so tell me. So, is there anything to say about the match, bro?
That's excellent. Remember that episode of Full House, bro?
Of course, bro. Remember fucking the chipmunk, bro? I wish you would. The beaver, whatever. Yeah. So okay. So do you want to talk about the women or talk about Kenny Omega and Hangman Page?
No. Well, the women's fast. Serena Deeb's minor. I mean minus enhancement.
Miser.
They just say that she wasn't an enhancement talent this time.
No, she wasn't, and that's too bad, bro. That is too bad.
Did she defeat Allison Kay, who's like a generic woman on the indie scene? Nothing really there. And it was one of those generic matches, bro. It was just a match. Like Brian Alvarez says, it was a match you've seen 1,000 times.
It was one of the weaker pre-show matches. They've had some good ones in the past, and that's not one of them. So Omega, Hangman Page, AEW World Championship.
No, one thing I haven't asked.
I can never get to this show, bro. Yeah.
What do you think about Jim Ross? He doesn't tuck in his shirt anymore, bro. Now, that wasn't as bad as the last show where he came out with like a Sunshine, Florida fucking bright orange shirt when everybody else was wearing a suit. But this time he also comes out with an untucked shirt.
What about the fact that he mentioned the weather being 72 degrees about 6 times in the show, bro? He had to remind us what the weather was, bro. It's like he's clouding on all the fools up north, bro, who have to deal with the cold.
Yeah, and also the title chart says Jim F and Ross, bro.
That's
took
pretty
that
cool.
from Jerry F and Lynn.
Yeah, the new effing show.
So yeah, it was him, Excalibur, and Tony Schiavone, who I've always said, pretty much said. He doesn't say anything, bro. He says a lot of words, but they have no meaning.
All he does is just make little comments, and that's it. He doesn't call anything.
He's the ultimate con man, brother. But we respect him because me and you know that at one time he was one of the best, especially when he had a mustache.
Right. And during the early NWO times, he was very good.
That's right. So he knows how to do the job. He's just coasting on his podcast with Conrad Thompson.
Right, bro.
That's what got him over again.
Yes, it is.
All right, talk about Kenny Omega and the Hangman Adam Page.
Winner gets a shot at the champion, which we found out later on was Moxley. We're gonna get to that later. But so one thing about this match, okay, this is not. I was shocked it opened the curtain because I thought this was gonna be like a match or jerk the curtain. I thought this was gonna be a match.
You got yourself.
Yeah, I did, bro. Open the curtain, bro. That's like something that happened to Mickey James and Drew. Well, never mind. So.
That sounds like if you were born 1987, bro. That's what that sounds like.
It does sound like that, bro. Opening the curtain, bro. The bad curtain. So, all right. So, this match, I expected to go on later in the show because, it was a big match. They've been building it for several months now, pretty much all year when you think about it. But it was not like a New Japan Tokyo Dome style match. It was more like a G1 match where it was a shorter match, but it was very fast paced. They crammed a lot of stuff in here. So if you took this same match and slowed the pace down, it probably would have been an effective New Japan Tokyo Dome match, but it was much faster paced. I liked it. I mean, but also I could tell they were holding back, and this is not over. They're gonna have a match later on because they didn't have that huge, epic, near fall classic match here, but I'm sure they will later on, probably when Omega's champion defends against Page at some point.
It was difficult because this was the Eliminator Tournament, so really what you want, and me and you have talked about this in the past, you kind of want Hangman Page to have a victory against a beltless Omega, and then when Omega wins the belt, you have the established number one contender.
But you can't do that because this was for the number one contender.
Right, this was the Eliminator Tournament, which is a wacky name for a tournament. And so
needed John Cronus and Perry Saturn, bro.
Kenny Omega. What was the name of Mustafa Saeed and Cronus?
The Gangsters.
No, Mustafa Saeed and Cronus. No, I mean,
New Jack and Cronus. Yeah,
the Gangstanimators or some shit. Right?
Yeah, the Gangmators. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that was a very brief team, bro.
Anyways,
Denzel's little buddy.
I think the overall theme of this show was just pretty much correct. Either you could call it either way, either course correcting or correcting the mistakes that they made from the first year, where they wanted Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks to be players, and they had another philosophy, right? Their whole thing was like, we already have star power. Let's give the ropes to the young guys. And it kind of backfired on them because they didn't really elevate the young guys. What happened is that the young guys
were trying to
their level.
They were trying to do the reverse Triple H, where they were basically trying to put guys over without it being like a nepotism type of thing. But instead it backfired because they're the actual stars, and the idea would be they should be on top first, and then you transition like what they did with Chris Jericho. Which, by the way, I still miss Chris Jericho's title reign, bro. Even though Mox is having good matches, Jericho was, I think, the more entertaining champion week to week, bro. He was awesome when he was champion.
Right. No, he was. And he was, I've always called him the Terry Funk to AEW for, the Terry Funk.
Yeah, the ECW Terry Funk. Yeah.
Chris Jericho is the one that brought him credibility, and he's going to be, whatever happens with AEW, he's going to be the big part of the history of this company, especially during the early years. But yeah, no, this is definitely course correcting right here. Kenny Omega did all his spots, I guess you could say. I knew it wasn't gonna go long when he did the Terminator dive very, very early on. I mean, he didn't connect, but it was already teased early on, and it was like a more heelish Omega. And they did a lot of, like you said, like a lot of old school fucking spot. Like they did the Tiger Driver 98, which fucking scared the shit out of me because Kenny Omega's smaller than Hangman Page, and Hangman Page is the one that took it. And it wasn't a weird fucking transitional spot. It wasn't even teased or even telegraphed. He just hit him with the Tiger Driver 98, and that's a very dangerous move to take. And so I think at the end they kind of, I don't want to say botched, but they had a difficulty hitting the one-winged angel.
I thought that was part of the story though. I thought the story of the match was
definitely.
Yeah, he was, because Page was trying to get out of it and then he got hit with it. So I think that was actually that wasn't on purpose.
Right. And of course, the big thing still to this day is that nobody's ever kicked out of that move. So it's gonna be a big deal.
Didn't Okada kick out of it?
I don't think so. That's always been the big story of the one-winged angel. Now he did have the cleaner girls with him.
Yes, that popped me.
Did you see what? Did you see good old JR? Well, why do they call him the cleaner? And then Excalibur was like, because he used to blow on the tapes before he used to put them in the Nintendo. And that popped Tony Schiavone, but it did not pop good old JR, bro, because he didn't know what the fuck he was talking about.
Yeah, no idea what he was talking about, yeah.
Nintendo. And then
I hope that AEW video game is good, bro, because a lot of these companies' video games end up not being so good unless it's WWE games, but we'll see.
Now I have something that my fashion sense is a lot like Adam Page's, bro. That's really how I dress.
Cowboy shit.
Yeah, but I mean, those are nice shirts. Those old Western cowboy shirts are nice, bro.
You need to go. But you need to go back to the my favorite style.
With the old wallet chain.
No, I don't like that one. No.
And I have actual cowboy boots, bro. Like.
I know. I think you told me about them. Go back to the Sean O'Hare look, bro. That's the best look for you.
Oh, well, I do. But I mean, I have the Adam Page has the Sean O'Hare look, bro.
Yeah, but you need a trench coat, bro. A plus. What if God's sitting next to you right now?
No, isn't he supposed to be everywhere? And then he's got that fucking sarcastic look.
Yeah, he does.
Hit the snooze. You'll go later.
What about the with the taxes, bro? You can cheat. You won't get caught. I
Yeah.
know a certain former president that fucking saw that one, bro. But we'll leave it at that.
I've gotten caught in the past, and we'll leave that at that.
Yes, you
Uh,
have, bro. I remember that story.
Twice. Um, that's okay. I make good money.
All right, so Orange Cassidy and John Four Silver.
No, so what do you think about Kenny Omega winning? I mean, what do you think? Let's talk about where this is all going, because I think this is good booking. I mean,
I wanted to save it for the end of the show, but we can talk about it now. John Moxley beat Eddie Kingston in a very violent CZW-esque match. I'm surprised Zach Dandig wasn't out there. John Zandig wasn't out there. But anyways, yeah, so they're going to be going to Omega versus Moxley, but it's going to be a regular one-on-one wrestling match, which you and I talked about in a future episode.
Speaking of Omega, that brings to mind dun 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 dun, dun fucking Terminator style, bro. Because we are going to the future.
I hope he comes out with that again, bro.
They should book fucking Eddie Furlong, bro. Where's he? He needs a payday.
Well, he almost got one for the last movie, but then they CGI'd him in. So
what? Well, he got a payday. It's not a good payday. What about if they bring in what's his name? The T1000. What's his name, bro?
Robert Patrick.
Bobby Patrick, and
yeah.
Eddie Furlong, and they could bring him in for the next Revolution or whatever.
They could be a tag team, bro.
Nah, bro, they're gonna be.
They could call him Techno Team 2000, bro. That's never been done before.
Chad Fortune and Eric Watts.
Anyways, okay, so yeah,
John Silver.
So it's gonna be Omega and Moxley at Revolution, I guess, right? So Omega's gonna win and take the belt, and it'll be the 1 year reign is gonna end for Moxley, right? I mean, that's
is it gonna be New Year's Revolution, bro?
No, I don't think so, bro.
Or New Year's Resolution? How many years did we fuck that name up, bro? Every mark that was following the business during that time, they would always confuse New Year's Revolution with New Year's Resolution.
No, but don't forget, TNA had Final Resolution also. Remember that was their pay-per-view in January?
That's right. No, yeah, it was Final Resolution what people were mixed up with.
Yeah.
New
Year's Revolution, bro. We got that for 3 years, that pay-per-view.
Yeah, one came from Puerto Rico. One of your favorite times.
Yeah, bro. Hell, Puerto Rico headlined this show, dressed like Misawa. And he even did the backdrop driver.
Or the gut that looks like mine. That's the problem.
Oh, I saw that, bro. Yeah, we talked about that. We were watching the show in the watch party room. So, Orange Cassidy and John Silver, bro. It was just a win for Orange Cassidy, bro. There's not really much to this.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean,
it's gonna go to Brody Lee versus Orange Cassidy at some point, right? That's my guess.
Yeah, but his character is evolving because now he cuts promos and everything. Ever since the Jericho thing, where he cut like his first serious promos, now he's just kind of talking all over the place. So what's gonna happen? I don't know. I think this character is very limited and it's very it's kind of like a cult character. So
right.
Eventually it's gonna run its course. They're gonna have to find something for this guy to do. But anyways, yeah. So what's the third match?
Darby Allin versus Cody Rhodes. I loved this match for the TNT Championship. I really loved this match. It was excellent top to bottom, bro. I'm getting a little tired of the Cody Rhodes dog and pony show, bro, because he's basically a baby face, right? But he was kind of heelish. And then, because he's got like a whole entourage with him, bro, like coaching him and shit like that. Whereas Darby Allin's by himself. But this match told a great fucking story. There was good work. And Darby Allin won and beat Cody Rhodes for the championship, and it felt like a big deal. He's the second TNT champion ever. It felt like a big deal, and there was a ready-made storyline already there from the past because
no. Bro, Brody Lee won. He pinned Cody Rhodes.
Oh, that's right. And then, you're right. And then Cody got it back. You're right. My bad. Fourth champion, whatever, third champion. I completely forgot about Brody Lee's title reign, bro. I totally forgot about it. It was during the summer, bro. And I wasn't watching during that time. So. Anyways, Darby Allin.
Yeah, them was dark days during that time.
Those were dark days, bro. I used to live in crack houses, and then Vince McMahon called me up, made me sign with Simba for 6 months. I was able to pay my bills. That's what he said, bro. In the documentary you can't find.
For his dignity, bro. Vinny traded 6 months for his dignity.
You mean you mean Tony?
Yeah, well, Tony, but Vinny traded his money. He gave him money for his dignity.
Anybody got a telephone? So, this is a good match, bro.
I love this match a lot.
Yeah, talk about the match, and then we'll talk about the post-match quickly.
Well, again, like you said, Cody was... there was a very defined babyface heel dynamic here. Cody was the heel, and he was trying to like little brother Darby Allin
Right.
throughout the entire match. That was the story of the match.
Yes.
And then in the video, Cody got overconfident because his whole thing was like, I got this guy's number. I beat him. I think he said 3 times.
Right.
So the idea here was that
They
Darby
wrestled
Allin,
3 times and he beat him twice. One was a draw.
right. So Cody was very overconfident, and because he was the bigger guy, it makes sense because as the big guy, you have to play the heel. It's very difficult to have a heel babyface dynamic when the little guy is the heel. So he chose to do that route, and it worked out. And I think that the fans bought it. I was a little disappointed with the slipping on a banana peel win, but the post match angle made up for it because Cody really put him over. He was gonna give him the title. He bowed down to him, and then you had the run in by
the Tasmaniac and his group, Brian Cage and
the
Ricky
FTW.
Starks. Yeah, and they basically beat the fuck out. They kind of try to do the whole like the Horseman beating up Dusty thing because
Brother, let me tell you about Ricky Starks.
Cody has to copy all of Dusty's moves, but go ahead.
He popped me because he was wearing the dress shoes with no socks, bro. And that's an automatic fucking heel move.
I do that all the time, bro. I do that all the fucking time, bro.
It's very disgusting.
I know. I do it all the time.
Your fucking feet probably smell like a wet dog, bro, when you take off the shoes.
Now, what's worse, that or Morton Downey's red socks at WrestleMania 5?
But he took them off and launched them, and then he put on the fucking loafers with no socks.
So he got double heat.
Brother, the thing about the no sock gimmick is this: when you take that's fucking disgusting.
I know, bro. It's got the sludge in there. I know.
Speaking of eggs, bro, there's a lot of that egg going on down there. If you know what I'm saying.
That's that sludge, bro.
Brother, another thing is that when your feet are sweaty and you take off your shoes, the bottom sole comes off with your feet, bro, because the sweat glues it together.
Yes, it does.
That's fucking disgusting, bro. You do that shit?
No, I've done it. I haven't done it in a while because I haven't had a reason to wear dress shoes in a while, like 2 years.
Brother, you need fuck money Virgil to come and fucking pop your toes after that shit, bro.
well, I do want him to give me a foot massage. Then again, I don't know if I want a man to give me a foot massage. Fuck you.
Money Virgil's okay.
Yeah. So so Taz came out. They pretty much like threatened to like injure Cody, but they got who saved him? Will Hobbs saved him.
Yeah, Will Hobbs, the guy I couldn't pick out of a lineup. Fuck it,
I couldn't either, but I had to look up who that was. All right, so they had to cut a promo.
Wait a minute. So the Tasmaniac, brother, he was like a little butterball.
Yeah, bro. He's been that way since 2003, bro. And it is Thanksgiving time too.
He's expanding sideways, but also Brian Cage. I mean, yeah, he's all right. I mean, you know what? They have the AEW has some good talent, bro. They really do have some good talent.
Yeah, they do.
And then we forgot to say that fucking Steve-O came out in the pre-match video with Darby Allin, bro.
Right.
Because Darby Allin's gimmick is that he's one of those jackasses guys, 20 years later.
Right. Yeah, 20 years later.
Crazy ass shit.
It's not as good when Steve-O got beat up by Umaga on Raw, bro.
It went nowhere, brother, because Vinny, much like the Tom Green TV, didn't know who the fuck they were.
Right. But but the way that Umaga stiffed him though was awesome, bro. Samoan style.
Yeah, he stiffed those 2 lesbians with the hot lesbian. No, yeah, that was him, right?
Yeah.
That was Umaga, but it was Eki, the Eki version.
Yeah, Jamal. His name was Jamal. Yeah.
He fucked up those lesbians, bro.
Yeah, I remember he did the big splash on fucking Mae Young, bro. Like
one of them was his old wrestler called Looney Lane, by the way. Remember her?
No,
that's going way back though.
I do not remember her, bro. I think Rebecca Knox, like those names from that era, bro. Becky Bayless, bro.
It took us a while to come up with those the other day. Remember? I think it was off fair when we were talking about all them old bitches, bro.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of bitches,
in trouble in prime time, right there, brother.
Speaking of bitches, Hikaru Shida versus By the way, if you want more of this, download the KLB episodes. This is how it is every time we record.
No, but we're being good boys for this one.
Yeah, we're a little more. Yeah, we're PG-13, bro. JC Ice and Wolfie
No,
D.
you could be both of them, brother. They ended up being fucking hypes and homeless.
I'm not homeless right now.
No, but they did. JC Ice and Wolfie D. Remember they ended up like with no teeth and fucking drug addicts and homeless? I used to fuck 10 bitches at a time. And I can't even get one. That was fucking...
The Bill Dundee's son, bro.
He's the fuck up. Yeah, he's the real fuck
Yeah,
up.
he's the fuck up, bro. So, anyways, Hikaru Shida, Nyla Rose. This match fell apart, bro. The timing was off. The moves were off. Nyla Rose is just, bro.
Well, she's green, first of all.
She's not improving, bro. I mean, maybe a little bit. I was hoping Don Callis would come out, bro, and put her in his parade of human oddities again, bro. But
I know you wrote that one down.
I did write that one down, bro. That's what I teased you about before we started recording. But
what about Vicky Guerrero? Why do they got all these managers in AEW, bro?
They got all these managers from like the past, bro.
The Tasmaniac, Jake Roberts.
It's all people from the past. Yeah.
Arn
Anderson,
Tully.
Tully.
Come on.
Don't forget Dave Meltzer.
Well, Meltzer's the manager of the entire promotion, bro.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. He should have come out with the Young Bucks.
Now you miss fucking QT Marshall and Dustin Rhodes.
No, the promo, yeah, the what are they called? The Nightmares?
Yeah, the whatever.
The Natural Nightmares, bro.
And Allie the Bunny, bro.
Right.
So they're gonna face the Butcher and the Blade in a bunkhouse match on Dynamite.
All right.
And then Skivone, I guess they also hype Penta El Cierto Mierda versus Hey Phoenix. And yes, I am calling them Hey Phoenix, bro, because we're in Brazil. And Taya Conti versus Red Velvet, bro.
Wait a minute. Did you say Taya Conti?
Yeah, that's her name, ain't it? Brother, wasn't Red Velvet fucking Bridget Nielsen in that movie with Arnold, bro, way back in '86?
Red Song, yeah. Bro, I feel like Paul Heyman right now. Hey, network, I dare you to throw me off the air.
With that big ass backstage pass he always wore, bro, in the middle of his neck.
Right, bro. And the 5 o'clock shadow never went away.
And the hat. Now, is it true that the ponytail was attached to the hat, bro, like Bud Bundy's?
No, that's not how it was, bro. Like Kane's hair, bro.
Remember Bud Bundy, bro?
Remember when fucking Taz was like, you booked me, brother, to be the toughest wrestler in the business. And then Paul Heyman goes, I booked you that way because I know you're a badass motherfucker. Anarchy rules, bro. And you can stretch anybody in this business.
Rod Van Dam showed he wasn't the toughest motherfucker there, bro.
No, yes he did, bro. Pick a hand.
And Hunter showed in that SmackDown from April.
We're gonna be talking more about that in an episode in the future.
The linear champion, bro. We'll tease up with that line, bro. The linear champion.
You pop me with that line in the future, bro. You're going to pop me with that line, bro.
The murderer and the other guy who thinks he was a murderer. Hunter pinned them both.
Yeah, bro. Wait a minute, Jimmy Snuka wasn't in that match.
Come on, bro.
All right, so
Hickory Chicken, she's pretty. I like her.
Hickory Chicken, I like her, but this match kind of sucked, and
Vicky forgot her spot, bro. She was supposed to trip Hickory Shida, and then she just kind of tapped her leg, bro.
Yeah, and also like the knees were coming in too slow. Just they try too hard sometimes, but she had more basic matches and not try so hard, bro. I didn't like this match. It was the only bad match of the night.
They need to put Nyla Rose in one of those tambos like they did Sammy Guevara tonight, and then put a sticker that says OVW on it, bro.
Yeah, they do, bro.
Fucking green as fuck, bro.
Ship
He's
her
really
away.
green.
All right,
we're gonna get to a tambo in a minute, which was one of my first spots of the night.
Bro, the whole show was great. AEW Tag Team Champions, the Young Bucks versus FTR, bro. Dash and Dawson, the Mechanics, whatever, bro. Whatever.
Forever the Revival.
The Revival, yeah. I love this match. I really love this match, bro. This match had psychology. This match told a story. This match had Easter eggs, like them doing the Hardys and Dudley's finishers and shit like that.
And the Heart Attack. They win by the years, bro. You didn't catch that?
Yeah, they went by the years. Yeah, all the different tag teams.
And then Jim Rollins is like, me and Tony, we got history with those teams. Like, he has to put himself over, bro. Like,
he has to put himself over Excalibur, bro, who has history with those guys in the ring.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, shout outs to Excalibur for wearing that Sweet and Sour Larry Sweeney shirt, bro. That was very much appreciated, bro. Rest in peace, Alex Wybrow. Huh?
Rest peace, bro. Rest in peace.
So this match was awesome, bro. Creative spots, creative false finishes, psychology. Anybody who says that the Young Bucks can't tell a story,
Corny says that, bro.
well, he's wrong, bro, because they proved him wrong in this one. Remember, Corny's a big fan of freaking Cash and Dax or whatever, bro.
He's conflicted here, bro. This is gonna make Corny's mind explode, bro. He might want to fuck women the regular way from now on because like he's got his most hated team and he's got his most loved team, bro. Like where is he gonna fit here?
And it was a good match. I mean, it was, dude. This was an objective good match, bro.
How is he gonna bury this match? Is my question.
He'll figure something out. I love this match. I mean, there was a story told.
I thought it went a little long, but that was the story. I think that was the story of the night, and I'll get to it during my last final analysis.
Right.
Especially the Matt Hardy Sammy Guevara match. That one went way too long. Like I was laughing, but then I just stopped laughing, and I was waiting for it to end.
So the Young Bucks are the tag champions, and that's good.
Again, is this TNA getting a TV deal in 2005, bro? Are all the guys that are supposed to be champions? They're all champions now.
Yeah, when they could put the belt back on AJ and everything like that. Yeah.
AJ Jeff and America's Most Wanted, bro. 3 times they did that for 3 different reasons.
I think it was only 2 times, but all right, they did do that a lot.
We're also counting the beginning.
Okay. That's you know what that. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
And then they moved to Prime Sports. Then they did that again. And I think
Spike, yeah. Except that was Sting, AJ, and AMW, I think. Was it even AMW? It might have been LAX, bro. Remember our boy Carlos, bro? I'm going to take this flag, and I'm going to piss on it. And he goes, I'm going to spit on it. I'm going to urinate on it.
Now remember, LAX, bro, all the different Hot Stuff Hernandez, all the different incarnations. Machete, what happened with Machete, bro? No, not Danny Trejo.
No, not him. Well, remember fucking when Conan was like, when he told Christy Hemme, "Shut up, you walking glory hole." That was a classic line, bro. He wouldn't tell Psychosis 2 that though.
Oh, are you kidding me?
So,
but then he did say, "Peel my potatoes."
Toss my salad and peel my potatoes. That's what he said.
Okay, but that's not. I mean, all I'm saying is that's not something that a heterosexual man would be asking for. Not that there's anything wrong with asking for that. I'm just saying a heterosexual man, which I imagine Carlos considers himself. Maybe not. Wouldn't be asking.
It is the wrestling business.
Maybe Dave Penzer has some stories about him too.
Maybe, but he'll never tell them. So Kenny Omega came out to celebrate with the Young Bucks, so maybe they might be going heel too. Do you think they're gonna?
Well, they've been heel, bro. They've been heel. You've been missing the TV.
I actually did miss that. I didn't know they were heel now. I thought Dash and Dawson were the heels.
No, they've been heel. Then they turned back face. It's kind of very Vince Russo-ish, bro. They went heel after the last pay-per-view.
Okay, yeah, I remember that.
And then they kind of stayed heel for like a month and a half, and then over the last couple of weeks they turned back, and so now it was kind of like a tweener versus tweener match. It's really what it was. So there you go.
Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara, Elite Deletion. This was fucking awesome, bro. There's so many things to talk about here. The moonsault off of the tire with the monster truck. The guest appearances of Hurricane Helms and Gregory Helms that are being reincarnated.
And Gangrel, which Jim Ross fucked up and called him that. He was supposed to call him David Heath.
Oh, he called him Gangrel?
Yeah, bro. Like he called 4 times.
But WWF owns that name. That's why you couldn't.
Jerry S. McDevitt is gonna be on speed dial for this one, bro.
Oh boy. Yeah.
No. Wait. You know what? Jim Ross might be lucky in that Jerry S. McDevitt has about three fucking red alerts.
No, now when Andrew Yang goes after him, bro, he's got bigger fish to fry, bro.
He's got bigger. So right now he's focused with Andrew Yang.
He's got to focus on Andrew Yang, Matt Riddle, and whatever the fuck else is going on, bro. I'm sorry, Riddle.
Riddle,
bro.
Riddle me this, bro.
We'll be talking about that in a future episode too, bro. So, okay, so
Andrew Wang Yang.
He should just call him the Vampire Warrior, bro. Anyways, now what popped me about this match is you have Sammy and Matt wrestling. Then you have like a wrestling ring in the middle of like a barn, or in the middle of the compound. It was sort of like what they did with the Bray Wyatt match. But here's what popped me, bro. Guevara.
put skirts that said Full Gear on them. That popped me.
That popped me too. The fact that they had Guevara and Matt like brawling, then in the ring while they're brawling elsewhere in the forest or whatever, you've got fucking Private Party and the Puerto Ricans doing spots and having a regular tag team match, bro.
Yeah, that's right.
But,
The final LAX, by the way. Remember
yeah, the final. But you can't call them next. TNA owns that, right? So.
No, I was gonna say, but out of all the LAX guys, which there's got to be at least 15 of them by this point, they were the last two.
Homicide and Hernandez were the best version of that team, bro. If you ask me.
I guess. Because remember, they also had Apollo, bro, from Puerto Rico.
That's right, bro. Hey, Dwayne Johnson, bro. He used to do the rock bottom. So they were having these wacky spots and having a regular tag match, all while Matt and Sammy were brawling. So what do you tell me about what you liked about this match? Like any spots that
I love this match.
I loved it too.
Of all, when Guevara drives in with the golf cart, he purposely squashes one of Matt's kids' toys. He runs for it.
Wait, this was all Matt. Matt came up with. I'm pretty sure Matt came up with all this shit, bro.
And then a hologram of Matt Hardy welcomes Guevara to his demise.
Right.
And fucking I do love the when Hurricane Helm showed up and then say, "Why did it take you so long?" And then Matt's, "Well, I had to build up to it, you know, all this little inside shit, but funny." And then yeah, when the fucking Private Party shows up, like you said, they're just doing spots in the match, and then fucking quote unquote Gangrel shows up because the ultimate inside thing there is that Gangrel helped them out with the new Brood, and I guess he's been for a phone call, you know, ever since, and it never came.
In '99.
Right, and then fucking Hurricane House was gonna do the Choklam spot, but it didn't work out on Sammy
Also,
Guevara.
he was dressed like the Hurricane. Isn't WWE on that?
No, I think he owns it.
Okay, well that's good.
Because he's done it in TNA.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He did. You're right.
And I don't even know how that would work, bro, because he became the Hurricane in WWE.
Maybe they never trademarked it. You
know, Steve Anderson created that gimmick because he popped at his fucking Green Lantern tattoo in that backstage vignette, and then the next week he was the Hurricane.
Right.
So, and I love that homage to fucking WrestleMania 22, bro, with the ladder spot with Sammy Guevara playing Jeff Hardy. And then fucking, or you could say it's WrestleMania 17, whatever. Take your pick.
Yeah, or even the Royal Rumble 2000. Yeah, Royal Rumble 2000 also. Yeah, it's just that. Yeah. And I love how when they went inside the little bar and they had like a wheelchair there, they had half a birdcage there. It was wacky, bro. The backgrounds were wacky.
And then for whatever reason, what made it wackier is that Matt Hardy had King Maxwell's fucking wacky ass vintage strolling cart right there.
Right, the cart.
For no reason.
Yes.
And then he had the piano there, which is classic. It was just sitting there like for background, like production value.
And Reeby Scott was playing the piano at the end, right? Because they were wrestling and there was music playing in the background, bro.
Yeah. And they did the fucking Roman candle spot that they do in every match, except this one they were chasing fucking Sammy Guevara. That's how he ended up going to the barn, because they chased them with the Roman candles.
What about the part with the fireworks where they're firing fireworks at each other, bro?
I said Roman candles, bro. That's what they are.
Well, okay. I thought they were just fireworks. Never mind.
Called Roman candles, bro.
All right.
So no, I love the ending, bro. The ending really fucking was awesome, because I saw when the Street Profits brought in the trash can, and I'm thinking to myself, there is no fucking way this grown ass man Sammy Guevara is gonna fit into that little ass fucking trash can. And he defied fucking physics, bro, because he fit right into it. And not only did he fit into it, it was like fucking El Chapo disposing of a body with acid, bro. Not only did he fucking fit right into it, there was room to spare. You know?
Yep.
Maybe you fit in it with him too, brother. Now that you're 150 pounds, bro.
No, that's one of my legs, bro. What are you talking about? By the way,
you always have the stuff, bro. That was gonna get in your way.
I was gonna have the chancletas.
Oh, the cabeza, bro. The big cabeza.
Oh, that's the problem. When you lose weight, your head does not lose weight with you, bro. So your head looks bigger when you lose weight. I look like a baby, bro. I look like a baby with a beard right now.
Hey, if Chico Ortiz would get it over, so could you, bro.
Of course, bro. You have a big cabezón too. But here's the thing about me, though.
I do, definitely.
I'm definitely not a baby face. So they stuff Sammy in the trash can. And then the Street Profits and Matt Hardy celebrated.
No. Here's where it fucking popped me, boy. This was not part of the script. This is wacky. So they stuffed Sammy in the trash can. Now Matt has to push it out. Now they didn't figure out the logistics of a man that was not designed to be in that trash can to be rolled out with them little ass wheels, but they had committed to the spot, so Matt had to fucking do it one way or another. So
and
Matt
they stuck him in the back of the truck. Go ahead.
Matt struggles to he's like because I think we've all been there when we're taking out the trash when we put too much trash in the trash can and the wheels get stuck, bro, because there's more weight. So Matt had this problem. And he's fucking. But what is he gonna do? I mean, they could have cut the angle, and I guess they could have gotten Sammy Guevara out, but they didn't. It was still one shot, so he just pulled them out. And then when they were outside, you could always tell that Sammy Guevara was no longer in the trash can.
Of course not, bro. And they had to lift it up and put it in the back of the truck where the butler. What the hell's the butler's name again, bro?
Senor Benjamin.
Benjamin. That's right, Senor Benjamin. Yes, he's there. He popped me, and then they drove off, bro.
Brother, one of my first segments.
That's the end of the feud.
Keeping it 100 was when they called Juventud Guerrero, right? And they told him to bury Puerto Ricans. And they were like...
Oh, you gotta send me a link to that one, bro.
And they were like, we're going to have another Mexican with you. And then they bring in Senor Benjamin, right? So Juventud starts burying Puerto Ricans. Now, they're both talking Spanish at this point.
Right.
And Juvi starts burying Puerto Ricans. And then Carlos is like, hey, Juvi, Senor Benjamin's a Puerto Rican. They were Kubi on the air, bro. So not only did they fucking
take juicy baby.
Not only did they take Sammy Guevara out, but they also fucked up by putting the trash can the wrong way where the lid opened, bro, and there was nobody in there anymore. And then that was it, brother. They went to El Chapo's house to go deliver another body. Senor Benjamin did.
Now, do you think that's what happened? Do you think that maybe in the past that maybe that's what happened to the Briscoes? Maybe Ernie Ladd stuck them in one of those trash cans, right, in the back of his truck.
But back then they had those aluminum ones, bro. The ones that Tom Savini's throwing around in Creep Show Part 2.
Right. They stuck them in there and then drove them to Eddie Graham's house and dropped them off right there, bro.
Or for those who don't get that reference, the ones that they used in every hardcore match in WWF and WCW.
Yeah, the aluminum ones. Yeah. Nobody has those anymore, bro.
The one that they stuck Dwayne in at the Royal Rumble 98, bro. He did spots with it in his head.
Yep. The one that Mick Foley wore on his head a bunch of times.
No, you're right. Nobody has those anymore.
No, nobody uses those anymore.
Like the balls of wood shares.
The ones that break it to 1,000,000 pieces? The Kevin Sullivan chair.
Rebby Sky, who's a very good woman, by the way, she was just playing the piano.
Yeah, she was playing the piano.
Which is something you're going to learn to play in about a year, right? Or something like that?
Or the guitar, yeah, one of those two. And the feud is over. So then we have the Jake Roberts promo, bro. There's the flowers on the wall. That was the best part of the show.
Maybe he's off the wagon, bro. That was unscripted.
Captain Kangaroo. And it was pre-taped.
Maybe that's the best tape. Maybe there was some edits where he sang the entire song, bro. Including the part with the big Italian, the bass part that you popped.
Yeah. All right, so MJF and Chris Jericho. First of all, Jericho's totally going babyface. It wasn't just because he worked babyface in the match. It was because when he came out and the fans were chanting or were singing Judas, he kind of got emotional, bro. He smiled, and that's kind of like he had... You are beautiful on the inside. I love to play that on guitar, too, bro.
I'm sorry to say, unless you're a complete prodigy, it's going to take you a few years to play that one, bro.
It might, bro.
That's Rich Ward. He's a very good guitar player.
You are innocence person.
Who used to be in a band called Stug Mojo and who was married to Daphne way back in the day.
Right. So, So, Jericho played babyface in the match. MJF was a slimy heel. I like this match. It wasn't my favorite match of the night. I think probably my favorite match of the night was probably the tag match. Or the Sammy Guevara, Matt Hardy. And the Cody one, but this was still pretty good, bro. And I really liked the finish as well. I was one thing about MJF, bro. The reason why he gets so much love is because MJF understands his character, bro. MJF, unlike a lot of the other guys, he does not come off like he's playing pro wrestler. He makes you believe he's really that much of a dick, bro. And I enjoy watching him, bro. Not just his promo ability, he's a pretty good worker. He's not like a top level in-ring wrestler, but he's good enough to where he can still work main event style, and he did it here.
The only thing, and I knew they had to do this because they couldn't get out of it. They did the Eddie Guerrero spot, with the bat.
It was clever.
But the thing is that the idea there, because had Eddie Guerrero done it, is that it would have been the end of the match because then the guy gets disqualified. Right here, they had to get out of it, so MJA changes his mind and he rolls him up. Now he does pin him. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't make any sense because he was already going to get the win via disqualification. And then he just gives up and then tries to roll him up. So in other words, he fucked up his own chances to win. Now he did win because he lucked out in that Jericho couldn't kick out of that roll up. But why would he roll him up if he was already going to get?
Maybe the ref was not going to disqualify him because maybe the ref didn't know for sure if Jericho hit him. You know what I mean? It was just as a distraction, bro. You know, that's one of those. Why is Kurt Hennig getting a shot against Jeff Jarrett gimmicks, bro? Which we're gonna talk about in a future episode.
And also, Jake Hager showed up with MMA Bellator extraordinaire Jake Hager, bro.
Who just won a fight, 2 days ago? Something like
that. But his face looked like, and to quote the great Dr. D, it looked like mincemeat, bro. It looked like somebody made mincemeat out of his face.
Yes, bro. He was in a fight, bro. He was in a fight.
Was it against Aaron Pico, bro?
No, he would have destroyed Aaron Pico, bro.
Yeah, but how special is that, brother? Everybody else has two.
I know, bro.
Two knockouts.
Speaking of Prodigy, so and then after the match ended, right? Wardlow had to shake hands with Hager. So basically,
what do you think about Wardlow, bro?
He's all right, bro. I don't think he's anything special, honestly.
But they're doing the classic bodyguard gimmick, and that always gets over with the bodyguard.
Right, but you have to have charisma, bro, and I don't think he has that much charisma.
I mean, Dave says he's a future main eventer.
Well, everybody in AEW is, bro. So is Marco Stunt, according to Dave. So, no, but Jericho, I think obviously the plan, and you can telegraph it, but just because something's predictable does not mean it's bad. Jericho is going to eventually go babyface, and MJF will take over the Inner Circle from the inside, bro. So it'll be MJF, the Puerto Ricans, Hager, and Sammy against Jericho at some point, bro.
Yeah, the Bullet Club has done this a few times already.
Yeah. I mean, it's been done several times. Now, it'd be even better they mentioned Jericho's snot-nosed punch, but that might not happen, bro.
No, well, the thing is that you get some mileage out of this because you could start it shouldn't be like just that everybody turns on Jericho on Dynamite.
No, it should be a multiple month-long thing.
Yeah, I would say stretch it out till till
Double or Nothing, yeah.
And you start with little dissension. Because Jericho, the Inner Circle has to start losing faith in Jericho while at the same time gaining faith in MJF. So,
right.
and then it could be misunderstandings. The classic shit, bro. It's not even something that Jericho does on purpose. It could be mix-ups, screw-ups, misunderstandings that kind of lead to MJF taking leadership. And then at the end of the day, like you said, the old snot-nosed bastard kid is at school and it gets punched out. And then we have Jericho and trust me, they do this right because this storyline works in the past. Jericho will get the biggest fucking pop ever, bro. Yes, he will. So I think, and it's cool right here. See, this is good booking, bro, because what you're doing is that you're keeping these guys who are all top guys, you're keeping them busy, and they're out of the world title picture because there's no room for them right now. So you thought ahead, which is good, and you're creating scenarios for them to stay busy with something a little more important than the title to them, not essentially for the business, but to them
during
which
this
is
time.
Perfect.
Yeah, which is their group.
Which is gonna eat up about 6 months of time here, which is good because then remember once MJF turns, which I hope is about a 6 month before.
You mean Jericho? Jericho will turn.
Right. Once Jericho turns, then you got to do about another 2 months worth of matches with MJF before you do the big blow up, preferably in the September pay-per-view.
No, actually, what I was gonna say was, based on how much time they have, if you really take your time, you can have this angle go the whole year. Legit. Because you could have a storyline where, Sammy Guevara's conflicted, right? Or, the Puerto Ricans, they don't know who to pick. And maybe they pick Jericho first, then they turn on him later on. You could have a thing where MGF is...
all kinds of shit you could do. All kinds
Yeah, you could actually drag this on for over a year, bro. You could have their rematch be at next year's LA Gear.
Right. And the point of all this being that You want to have MJ be the leader at the end. You want to have Jericho be the top baby face. And in the interim, you want to have a couple of the guys a little more over, including Wardlow, who's probably going to go babyface because they could even do the route where Wardlow doesn't agree with MJF.
Right.
And because Wardlow maybe is the one that's kind of warning him, right, about certain things going on. So you could even make him a bigger star in all this. So if they do this right, all these guys are going to be more over than they are now. So it's a good angle to have. It keeps everybody busy. And it's perfect. It's perfect for where they're at. So I love this a lot.
And because Tony Khan lets these guys have a lot of creative freedom, if Jericho's in charge of the angles, he's going to make sure it gets over, bro. Remember, he's George Harrison, but Steve Austin and the Rockers, John Lennon and Paul McCartney.
That joke. I have that feeling you keep on making that joke.
I know a couple episodes in the future we will make that joke, yes. So then we have John Moxley, Eddie Kingston, I Quit match. They didn't try to top last year's match with Omega.
You miss Miro and his fucking blonde hair and the promo with the best friends and Orange Cassidy.
I don't care.
What do you care? You don't like Miro, bro? We like Miro.
No, well, we like him, but I don't care about that angle. Like,
and Penelope Ford.
I care about her, but not for the same reason.
Anyways, they're gonna wrestle sometime in the future, and Miro looks about 10 years older than he looked in the WWE somehow.
Well, his traps are very big. You know what that means. So.
Anyways, it's time for the main event of the evening.
I Quit match. Like I said, they didn't try to top the Omega Moxley match from last year, which is pretty difficult to top as far as how just insane it was. But they did do some pretty interesting violent stuff here. We had barbed wire. We had thumbtacks. We had one of those kind of matches. You know, these guys had this long... They have known each other for years, you know, the Indies and CZW, and this is kind of that kind of match.
One thing they had that I think Omega and Moxley did not have, even though they try to make us think they had, but they didn't really have, is that this match had a phenomenal story going into it, and the build-up was incredible. And I marked out, I put in the KLB fan page or group page, I marked out for the Eddie Kingston promo because when it was time to have the match, they interviewed him in the pregame show,
right?
And he didn't want to talk about anything. He's like, it's all about the title. That's how he kept on saying over and over. They asked him what he thinks about his friends, and they both have. He's like, it doesn't matter. It's all about the title. And then they asked him what he thinks about like what Moxley has said. Does it hurt his pride? He's like, it doesn't matter. It's all about the title. And that was good delivery, bro. The way Eddie Kingston delivered it was pretty fucking good.
Eddie Kingston, he's always a really good promo. This is his big. He's been in the business a long time, bro. Like 2002, right around then, right? Maybe a little bit 05, something like that. This is Eddie Kingston's biggest, highest profile match ever, bro. He's main eventing a pay-per-view in the second biggest company in the United States. I mean, and this guy's been around. Like, I've seen this man. Bro, I saw this guy wrestle Awesome Kong.
But they have rankings. What happened to the rankings, bro?
Well, Brian, I mean, you know, they don't really book around that. You know, sometimes you have to book a main event. The story overcomes that. You know?
Ratings war.
Yeah, they're the ratings war, Brian. Yeah, the demos. The demos.
Demo God.
Way better demos. You know, Japan. We work something out with Japan. You know, New Japan, AEW would be great. I'd love that. Wouldn't you?
Oh, he's waiting for that one, brother.
Bro, his eyes are going to go in many circles when that happens. So. No, I like this match. I didn't love it. I thought, you know, it was... Okay, you said this, and I did not disagree with you, that Mox is going to have to prove that he's not just a garbage wrestler. And he's definitely not just a garbage wrestler, but all of his matches are like this, it seems.
Well, he's not... what he is that he's not technically sound, and I don't think he's ever going to claim that he's technically sound.
Which I respect. Yeah, you know, right. He's just a guy.
Because the last time... There's two matches where he's tried to wrestle, you know, kind of like a regular match, and one of them was with MJF at the last pay-per-view, which was just okay. I didn't think it was that great. And then he tried to do that as well with Brody Lee in the pay-per-view before that one, which was also just okay. Although that one they have a little more leeway, but it wasn't as garbagey as this one or the one he had with Omega. So
right.
I feel like it's always going to be a part of his repertoire. But one thing that I do put him over, bro, if you notice, and I am going to put him over, I don't respect Moxley at all. I think he's a pussy. I think he should have stood up to Brock. I think he should have stood up to Vince. And remember, this is the man that retired Steve Austin for 2 years, bro. Steve Austin was so disappointed, he retired his ass for 2 years as a podcaster.
Yeah, you got to explain that joke, bro, because this is like WrestleMania 11. It's like the new audience coming in, bro.
There's a slice of Americana, bro. You want me to tell it like Vinny said, bro?
Bro, it's Hollywood. It's Broadway. It's unbelievable athleticism. It's the NFL, butting heads with the World Wrestling Federation.
It's rap versus tradition is what this is, bro.
Yeah. These fans here might be more fans of traditional pro wrestling. But this is not pro wrestling. This is wrestling right here, bro.
So, no. What happened was that years ago, Steve Austin interviewed Mox. And Steve Austin's entire point was that you have to be another kind of breed of wrestler to make it in the business. You have to think the business. You have to be the business.
You have to be a star.
Yeah, you have to perform like a star. You have to act like a star. And then Mox went back with like, nah, I'm just chill. I'm cool. I'm just chill. And Austin couldn't believe that. Austin was, because Austin, like all of us, caught up with the hype that he came in with from the indie scene, where he was supposed to be a mixture of like Roddy Piper and Steve Austin, with being a good stick.
A little bit of Dick Slater.
A little bit of Dickie Slater, all that stuff. And then all of a sudden, he wasn't really that. And Austin was trying to get to the bottom of it. And then there was that one. I think Austin, there comes a point where he's just like, he just breaks. He just fucking tells them, like, not that he doesn't believe in himself, but like, you can't. He pretty much thinks that he's playing a character, and he tells them that in a roundabout way. And then the interview kind of falls apart, and that would be the last time Steve Austin would ever have a podcast. And guess what? Was the day that he came back? It was announced the day, like a week after Mox had left, way back in April, after fucking 10 farewells. Remember all the farewells WWE gave him, bro?
Yeah, I know. And yet he still buried him on Jericho podcast.
And that's another thing. Is like, it's very easy, and everybody here has had a job before. Everybody has worked. It's very easy to like bite the hand that feeds you when you don't have to rely on it to feed you anymore. There's a level of respect that you have to have for the people that give you opportunity. It doesn't matter if you agree with them or not, right? And so there's this like time-honored tradition of just kind of like, that's why it's called don't burn a bridge. You leave. If you disagree with your boss, you just leave, and that's it. And you could say shit off the record, right? We all do.
Do you think that he really burned his bridge?
I mean, I don't know, because money talks in wrestling, bro. I'm sure if he has a chance to come back, they'll bring him back. But I just didn't like how disrespectful he was to the guy that really gave him a chance. Like, and not only in a sense of like a disagreement, he pretty much called him an idiot many times. And it's like, how is he an idiot, bro? He puts you in the main event at WrestleMania. Not a main event, one of the main events at WrestleMania 32, and you don't have the balls to stand up for yourself and ask for a better match?
Draven is not a fan of Jon Moxley, bro. Double G is, though. They're boys now.
They're best friends.
Yeah.
He probably has them on speed dial or
close, long-time personal friend, bro. Like Alex Trebek and Mean Gene Okerlund, bro.
Yeah, but poor Moxley has to read that fucking GPS
gimmick, bro. Like, nobody gets that joke except for you and me, bro.
And that's okay, because half of the show's that anyway. So yeah, I mean, it's bullshit, bro. It's like, stand up for yourself, man. Stand up for yourself, man. You're in the biggest fucking 101,000 fans at the Dallas Cowboys Stadium, and you're gonna just take there and get squashed like a bitch, and then you're gonna cry about it? Come on.
I think that he figured it out after a while.
He figured what out?
Like, I think he figured out what Steve Austin was saying, because he acts more like a star now in AEW than he did when he was in WWE.
Well, we don't know that. There's nobody there. You don't know how. You can't tell me how over he is.
That's a good point. I'm just basing it on how he acts and the fact that when he won the title, he got a big pop. At the Revolution show in February.
But what I was gonna say is this: before I got sidetracked, brother, you fucking put me on a tear here. You made me cut a promo on this poor man.
Yeah, we gotta get out of here soon, bro.
This is the thing. I do respect the fact that he has pretty much zero of his old WWE moveset. It's almost like he retired the entire thing. He doesn't do that fucking Terry Funk Whiplash clothesline anymore.
He doesn't do that one.
He doesn't do the one where he fucking does. Remember, he used to do an elbow, not the top of the elbow, an actual elbow, like a clothesline from the top rope. It looked like he's gonna break his ankle every time he did it, bro. It's very dangerous. And he doesn't do that one anymore either. Like, there's a lot of spots, all of his comeback spots from the WWE days, he doesn't really do them anymore. So I do put him over for that. But I think that's because he was very, he was very structured in the WWE. So he was forced to do those moves because he's not really technically sound. So he had to come up with another moveset. And now that he's given more freedom to have the matches he wants. He doesn't have to rely on that moveset anymore, so he could retire it. So yeah, so that's where he's at. But I really like this match. It had a great storyline. Like I said, the storyline was second to none. One of the better ones of the entire year.
Great promos, great promos. That's what made the match, I think, is the great promos. And that's what told the story is the promos, really.
And see, here's the thing. I joke around when I talk about rankings. Like, really, this match came about because of the promos and because Eddie Kingston got over on the internet. Guess what? A good booker would follow that. That's where you make your money, you know? But then my whole thing is that then don't fucking bring up the rankings because then it's just, you're giving us freedom to fucking bomb on you and talk shit when you say stuff like that. Yeah. Because remember, Moxley already beat this guy once, bro. He beat him fair because they didn't know it was going to go to this. So it was after he beat him in like a not really a competitive match. It was really a squash. That's when you fucking okay. We could do something with this guy, and they just fucking set up the world title match. So, like, it doesn't make any sense. But if you're a good booker and you want to chase the money, it does make sense because Eddie Kingston got himself over.
Right, the promos what did it. Yeah, and
so
then afterward, Kenny Omega came out and said he wanted to have a match with Moxley for the title, you know, and I think he said he wanted to have just a regular wrestling match. So that's going to be coming probably at the next pay-per-view. That's not going to be a TV match, I don't think.
No, I hope not. I mean, I would be fucking stupid.
That would be stupid.
And yeah, their next pay-per-view at Revolution, I believe it's in January or
February.
Yeah, so maybe hopefully by then they could let more people in that fucking Dallas place, bro.
Right. So with that being said, we're going to close it out. Final thoughts on the show.
I really had a good time with it. I think today people were doing the, what do you call it, a Return of the Jedi
yes,
dance.
Yes, they were. Today they were doing, yeah, and for some, yeah, Return of the Jedi dance, bro. I'm glad we got that one right in the future show.
And that's always, well, it could be any reason, brother. Maybe because of this show. This show was so good, people were celebrating.
People were dancing in the streets of New York City, bro. Misa free!
Maybe we finally got word that New Japan and AEW are going to work together today, and that's what we're all celebrating with the Wookiees.
No, that's just some one person in Campbell, California, bro.
So, anyways, I really loved it. I hope they continue doing this. I really like the you could tell the different styles, the more freedom these people have than that overproduced WWE shit, bro. We're about to have this Survivor Series with no build-up. Just gonna have champion versus champion.
Yeah, there's no build-up at all, bro. We're gonna have that, and we're gonna have the Undertaker show up and probably do an angle. Meanwhile, in AEW, you've got Jake Roberts doing Pulp Fiction songs, bro. Captain Kangaroo.
And we got Eddie Kingston cutting funny promos, bro, how it should be.
And even Lance Hoyt's promo was pretty good, bro. Dallas.
Mine is the tramp stamp.
The tramp stamp, bro. Yeah, that was a good pay-per-view, bro. And it was a newsworthy show as well.
He connected it to a big back tattoo now, bro. He doesn't have the tramp stamp anymore.
Yeah, but it's still there. It's just hidden, bro.
What do you think about his Avatar fucking haircut, bro, from the movie? Like that fucking long ass.
It works for him, bro. It works for him. He made it work. Goro has something like that in Mortal Kombat, I think, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's just as ugly too, bro.
We're out, ski.
All right, we'll talk to y'all next time, and we'll see you. Well, I was gonna say, if you're watching on World of Geekdom, link down below for the KLB podcast in the description, and if you're listening on the KLB feed, then we'll see you next time for episode 200. Later.
Bye.